Her family was worried about a 12-year-old walking every day to and from school, alone, through the remote areas. She walked 8 miles back and forth every day to middle school and graduated #1.
One of the things that makes me tick as a documentary filmmaker is the opportunity to tell the story of characters who are marginalized by circumstance. In We Will Rise, you have this story of young women in Morocco and Liberia who are struggling against all odds to get an education.
It's something that started, with actually the visit from Malala to the Oval Office in October 2013. And she came in and sat down with the President and the First Lady, talking about the need to educate adolescent girls and the barriers they face. And I think every one of us in there came away thinking we have to work on this issue.
It's been documented and shown by economists. Every dollar invested in a young girl's education will multiply exponentially.
Our first CNN film 5 years ago was Girl Rising, which also highlighted the plight of girls around the world trying to seek an education. So CNN's been interested in this issue for quite a while, and we knew the First Lady was interested in it, so it was a really good fit for us to work on this project together.
You don't have to be somebody different to be important. You're important in your own right. People want and need to value you because of who you are, because of your story, because of your challenges. That's what makes you unique, You want to be different, you want to be special. The fact that you've been able to overcome challenges, and this is what I always thought, that made me smarter. That made me better, right? Because I could overcome things that a lot of people who were in the same position never had to overcome.
One of the goals of this film is to generate empathy and knowledge, to realize that these girls are this great untapped resource globally.
It was seen domestically by more than 1 million people here, and it was seen in more than 170 countries around the world. People are moved, they're inspired, they understand that empowering girls is really a meaningful and important issue.
And it makes people want to act. It makes people want to do something to make a difference.
Hanan is very quiet, and there's a tension in the room. It's hard to know if it's the camera or something else. So I ask Hanan's father how he feels about her education. And far from disapproving of it, he says, he now works a day job and one all night to be able to afford to live here where there are schools.
These girls were able to tell their stories to a very big audience, and they were able to come to Washington and see the premiere of the film, and many of these girls had not traveled outside their own villages.
To be in that room, to be present after the screening when Michelle Obama got up at the podium and had tears in her eyes.
This issue of adolescent girls' education is a global movement. The UN is involved, Gordon Brown has initiatives. There's so much that private citizens can do, and that's one of the things Mrs. Obama is thinking about right now, is now that she's a private citizen. I'm so grateful to CNN for putting those stories on camera in a way that all of us can relate to them, so that we can all be inspired to support these girls.
It's an honor and a privilege to be recognized for a film that mattered a lot to us at CNN, and I think had a lot of impact around the world.